Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Shannon and I like to talk all things, whatever I really feel like on the day, fashion, beauty, lifestyle, but I am more on I love capsule wardrobes and I love vintage designer fashion. Buying designer pieces for me isn't about showing off or anything. I actually love, like, even if no one saw them, I would still have a collection because I love the history of it and I think that they're really special. So it's kind of like people who collect art or paintings or something. You don't always have to show them off, but you like to have them in your house. That's how I feel about designer handbags. And yeah. So anyway, since I did my last video, a few things have changed. I've sold some items, I've bought some new items, and it really made me realize how much designer buying and selling I do. Like, I knew it was a bit of a hobby, but I mean, it's not really that much. Like, I don't want to sound like it's a lot because there's obviously people on YouTube that do it all the time, every day. I never thought that I would own this many pieces of designer, and I never thought that I would like sell them on and buy more. But the best part about it is that I have not yet sold an item for less than what I bought it for. So I have made money on every single one of my items that I've sold. And for me, that's what allows me to then keep going. As I collect and as I find new pieces, I've realized that quality over quantity is better. And I would rather only have a select few vintage pieces, but if they're in perfect condition, then they're the ones that I want. So if you watched my first ever YouTube video, or my last, vintage designer collection video, you would have seen a few of these pieces. I am going to touch on them in this video, but you'll also see some new ones, and then you also won't see some. I might pop on the screen here the items that I've sold in the last 7 months. And the only reason I ever sell an item isn't because of how it looks. Every single bag or purse that I've bought, I still love and look at and think, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. But for me, functionality is key. So a lot of the bags that I sold on, I found the general consensus being they were medium-sized bags. When I go to work, I don't want a medium size. I don't want to be carrying a bag and then holding onto my water bottle and everything. I want a bag that holds everything. And then on weekends, I want something small, crossbody, and it's like it's not even on me, you know what I mean? So a lot of the bags that I sold, like the Speedy 25 and the Gucci satchel bag, absolutely beautiful. Even the Celine bucket bag, stunning bag, but just not big enough for me. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. And this is my updated designer collection. So the first item is my trusty Gucci card holder. This is the Marmont card holder in black. It was one of my first ever designer pieces and I still love it and still use it all the time. There was a part recently when I was like, I'm gonna sell it because I was worried about the tarnishing and I was worried about the condition of it, and I thought, oh, should I sell it now while it's still got good condition and use that money for another card holder? But it's held up okay. So I've fallen in love with it again. I'm definitely going to keep it in my collection, even though I do have a Louis Vuitton wallet on the way. So yesterday I went on the eBay bids, and sometimes on the eBay bids they have like multiple items and you buy them sort of as a pack. And there were 3 Louis Vuitton black epi leather long wallets, and I bought all 3 for $130. And so what I'm going to do is when they arrive, I will update you guys on my Instagram story. I'll put my Instagram handle here. And I'll update you guys when they arrive, and I'm just going to hold on to the one that I like the best, and then the other 2 I'm going to sell on. So yeah, I'm so excited for those to arrive, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to get rid of this, because I feel like everyone needs a card holder in their collection for the days that you're using smaller bags and you don't want to take a large wallet or for it to take up too much space. This is when the card holder comes in handy. The next item in my collection is the Gucci Soho disco bag. I've mentioned it in my previous video. I also recently did an in-depth review of this bag, so if you want to watch that, I'll leave the little card up here or link it down below, whichever one I work out how to do. But yeah, absolutely love this bag. It's not going anywhere. It is the ultimate weekend bag The moment it hits like Friday afternoon, I throw everything into here that I use over the weekend. It's the ultimate errand runner. Absolutely love this bag. Still in my collection, not going anywhere. So the next designer piece in my wardrobe is actually an item of clothing, and it is my beautiful Ysl Blazer. I found this one on Depop. It was only $150. I think in my last video I said that it was $250. It wasn't. I had a look on Depop just before. It was $150. What a steal. So it is an authentic Ysl blazer, and it has the beautiful gold buttons here. Oh, there's a bit of fluff there. And it's just a really great blazer. Like, I can't, it fits like a glove. It's nice, it drops, it sits really nicely. Although at the moment and last winter, oversized blazers were in, like the boyfriend style blazers, so I haven't been wearing this as much. I tend to go for shackets and stuff like this at the moment, but I'm not worried about not wearing it, you know, this winter, because it's going to be in my wardrobe forever. So if I don't wear it one season, then I'll wear it the next. Like, it's just, yeah, not an issue. So absolutely love this blazer. So comfortable. It has a little bit of stretch and it just looks great with every outfit. I cannot believe that I own a black YSL blazer for the price that I got it for, because it's absolutely beautiful. And yeah, it's just a staple in my wardrobe and it's not going anywhere. I mentioned in my last video, and yeah, it's still sitting there, still getting a lot of love. Okay, so the next item is a pair of sunglasses. Again, these were from my last video. They are a pair of Saint Laurent Betty sunglasses. These are classics, like they're not going anywhere. I love the case itself, so beautiful, but they're just a classic style. And then you've got the beautiful gold Saint Laurent down the side, and they're not too big, they're not too small, they're really comfortable, and they're in a dark brown. They look black, but they're actually a dark brown tortoiseshell, so they're not too harsh. This is what they look like on, and yeah, I still wear them all the time. They're like my go-to. Really, really comfortable, and I can't see these ever leaving my wardrobe, so they were another Depop purchase. One thing I did want to mention, if you're looking for a smaller designer item like sunglasses or a small wallet or card holder, always look on Depop rather than, I find Depop has the best like small sort of designer stuff. As for handbags, I like to go on eBay because I can generally get like a bargain through bidding. But when it comes to smaller items, I find that Depop is just as good, if not better. So anyway, they're the Saint Laurent Betty sunglasses. Absolutely love them. Beautiful classic pair. Okay, so the next item is another handbag. This one here is the Gucci Dionysus Super Mini. So beautiful. I bought this as a graduation present to myself because I just really, really love the bag. I loved how people wore it casually with like a white t-shirt and sneakers and jeans, and they just sort of had it as a crossbody. And yeah, so I could not find it like really cheap, but I ended up getting this one for about 700 Australian dollars, which was the cheapest I'd seen. So yeah, absolutely love this bag, and recently I started treating it as a wallet on a chain rather than a handbag. This is one of those bags when you look at reviews, you either love it or you hate it. I did my own in-depth review. I'll leave a link up here or down below, whichever one works. But I did an in-depth review on it, and I find that if you treat it more as a wallet on a chain rather than a handbag, you'll get more wear out of it. You wouldn't believe how much just a change in thought can like alter how much you use something, because rather than trying to fit everything in here, I just treated it as like, I just put my cards straight in there, or I put my lip balm in there rather than, and my phone, I took the case off my phone so it slid in there really nicely, and now there's plenty of room. I love the coloring of this bag. Like, it's all like the khaki greens and the gunmetal, and I mean, see all the, it almost matches this whole, like if that was sat there, it looks like really beautiful. But yeah, that's the Gucci Dionysus Super Mini. I still love it. I generally wear it out to dinners. I would love to wear it a little more casually. I'm going to start trying to do that more. But yeah, I can't see this one leaving my collection anytime soon. This is actually Ryan's favorite bag that I own. He's not big on designer stuff, but he always says to me, oh, I love that bag, it's my favorite one. So it's kind of like a crowd favorite, this one. But yeah, not leaving my collection anytime soon. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more pieces to show you, and all of these ones are the new ones in the since my last vintage designer or my designer collection video. So yeah, so I went with the Louis Vuitton key holder. Ryan's just taken my car, so I've taken my key off, but usually my car key hangs out the top here because it doesn't fit in here. But this I use to keep all my keys inside, like that. I bought this one again off Depop for 170 Australian dollars, and it came in the box. It didn't have a dust bag or a receipt, but it is kind of older. But I did get it authenticated, and it's authentic. So I absolutely love this little key case. It's just the 4 key holder. There are the 6 key holders, and if you're someone who wants something that kind of does it all, the 6 key holder is actually big enough for you to fit some like bank cards in there. So that's always an idea. I thought about doing that once, but I'm going more to the other way. I'm getting a bigger wallet now. But yeah, absolutely love these, and I think they're a great addition if you like to keep everything in your handbag really organized. So the next 3 handbags, I actually got all in the one day. And the reason I did that is because in the last 6 months, there has been a major shift in the price of vintage designer bags on eBay. It's so sad. I noticed that they were getting, like, the price of the bags were getting more and more expensive because more and more people were bidding. And when I noticed that, I just made a list of 3 bags that I really wanted in my collection, and I just tried my best to find them all, and I bid and I got all of them, so at a really good price. And I'm glad I did it because I haven't seen any of these bags go for this price anymore. So even though that was only a few months ago, it's just getting expensive. And if I had have known that it was going to get this expensive this quickly, I would have bought more. But people have caught on. I even was watching TV the other night. It was talking about how profiles or sellers on eBay now have a blue tick if they're authenticated. So that way you can trust the seller. And I was just like, oh, here we go. Because that's the one thing when people say to me, oh, you buy off eBay, how do you know that it's authentic? So I had a few different sellers that I had purchased off quite a few times, and then whenever I received the item, I would get it authenticated. So then when they came back authentic, I trusted the seller. But now if these sellers have these blue ticks and saying that they are verified, all of their items are authentic, then all of those people, which is majority of people who were scared to buy online, are now going to be buying online. And I can see it happening already, which is fine. It's really good that we're going that way. It's way more sustainable, and I think it's really nice that people have an appreciation for vintage bags. But gone are the days where you can get like a bargain. So anyway, that brings me to the next 3 handbags. So the first one is the Louis Vuitton Pochette. I knew that it was a classic and I needed it in my collection. The reason being, my only other small bag that I had in terms of like when I'm running errands and on the weekends was my Gucci Soho disco bag, but it was black. And there were a couple of times when I'd put on an outfit and I'd put my black bag on and it just was a little too harsh. Like it just didn't go with the look, and I needed a brown bag. So I found one of these on eBay, and I noticed that they were all going for like $500. Like it was very rare when I came across one that went for cheaper than that. I managed to get this one for about $400, and there is a little bit of warping to the zip. That's the only downfall, but the canvas is in perfect condition. It's still in really good condition, this bag. So this bag is really great if you're someone that is looking to get your first ever designer handbag and you want something that just kind of fits all your essentials. I cannot recommend the Louis Vuitton Pochette enough. I absolutely love this bag. It's a classic, and I did buy a crossbody strap. I got this strap here from Etsy. There is an Etsy seller who does, like, you can tell all the items that she sells are purely for Louis Vuitton bags because she has all the different coloured leathers. Like, she has the lighter colour, like more caramelly honey sort of leather. I actually went this sort of chocolate brown leather just because my style is a lot kind of darker and deeper, so I thought this strap would go better with my outfits. And I also, you can choose the thickness of the strap, and I went a little bit thicker because I feel like thicker straps are kind of in at the moment rather than the really thin ones. So that's how I've been using this. But yeah, that is my Louis Vuitton Pochette, and I can't see that ever leaving my collection. If I did ever sell this one on, it is on my Depop at the moment. It's only because I am thinking maybe of selling it and then using that money to look for another one, but maybe in slightly better condition where the zip isn't so warped. But in terms of the actual style of the bag, it will always be in my collection. So that's that one there. So the next bag I bought when I had that little shopping spree, I've got a video for everything. I've got a video of a good review of the 3 bags. It's called like, I bought 3 Louis Vuitton bags in one day. A little bit of clickbait there, but it's true. I did buy them all in one day. And if you wanted to see any of these bags in a bit more depth, you can watch that video. But anyway, if you've watched my videos before, you know that this is my favorite bag. It really is. Like, it is my absolute favorite bag. I'm obsessed. It is the black Epi leather Louis Vuitton Noe bag. Such good condition. This one was made the year that I was born. It's quite sentimental in that way. I just look for any connection possible because I just love this bag so much. But yeah, cannot say a bad thing about this bag. It's amazing, it's comfortable, it's durable. I mean, look, I thrashed the thing and it's still in such great condition. It fits everything that I need for work. It is my everyday work bag, and the new wallets that I have coming, which I can't wait to show you guys, I will pop them on my Instagram stories when I get them. But it is in the same black Epi leather, so I'm really excited for my wallet to match my bag. There was 2 wallets, and then there was like this long bifold, just like a bifold card holder. So I was thinking, should I keep the card holder for all those cards that you don't always use, but like membership cards and Medicare cards and stuff, keep that in there, but then also keep a wallet for like my money and my main cards? That's me like trying to hold on to it. We'll see how much I can sell one of the wallets for, and if I can like make my money back, then I may as well just hold on to the other one. But yeah, absolutely love this bag. This is featured in a lot of videos. I've got a separate video on this bag alone, and I talk all about, yeah, I do. It was my last video. I review this one, and yeah, I'm just obsessed with it. So yes, I purchased that one from eBay again, and I bought that one for about $450, I think. Maybe even less. I can't keep up, but anyway, it wasn't super expensive, especially for the size that it is. So onto the third bag that I purchased that day. If you watch my first ever designer collection video, you would have seen that I had a Speedy 25. I have since sold that, and I ended up going the Speedy 30. So the reason I got this one was, one, I wasn't necessarily looking for it. I love the Speedy. I think they have a lot of history and they're really special because it was like, I'm pretty sure it was Louis Vuitton's first ever handbag, because they generally did luggage, but this was the first like handbag that they ever brought out. So I have always wanted to have a Speedy in my collection, just because they're special in that way. But I wasn't necessarily looking at this point because I'd just sold my 25 and I was kind of like, do I even really want a Speedy? But I really wanted to try the Speedy 30 because just having it that little bit bigger and the opening be slightly bigger, I thought maybe I would use it more. And I have been. I've been using it actually this week a lot more. I go back and forth with this Speedy all the time. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I'm like, it's more of a collector's item. I don't know if I actually want to use it. But then whenever I see outfits of girls with a Speedy, I love it. Like, I love the look of it. So The one thing that has made me wear it more is taking the organizer out and putting in a smaller organizer so it gets this sag about it. I love a Speedy with sag. That sounds terrible. It's a more casual, grungy sort of look. It's kind of like, yeah, this is a Speedy, big whoop, like, you know? But when it's all like perfect and I kind of feel like it's a totally different style. But I feel like Speedies aren't really on trend, but if it has a sag in it, very cool. We love a sag. So I've been using this a lot just because I took the organizer out, I put a smaller one in, and I just let it do its thing. Like, if it wants to sag and look like that, then you go, girl, because I love that. So I've been using this one all week at work, and yeah, I've been loving it, and it definitely does help having the 30. I feel like I can walk like this, and then when I need to grab something, I can get in there easy. Absolutely love it. So now we have come to my final piece in my current collection, and these ones I only bought a couple of weeks ago, and they are a pair of Prada sunglasses, and I bet you already know which ones they are because they're kind of not trending, but they're everywhere at the moment, and they are just this beautiful pair of black Prada sunglasses. They've got the nice detailing on the side, and then again they're similar to my Betty sunglasses, like the frame. They're not too big, not too small, and yeah, they're really beautiful. I wanted these, one for winter because I find that black sunglasses in winter is a vibe, and also I felt like they were quite edgy. Like I see, I know this is gonna sound lame, but people like Travis Barker and Pete Davidson and stuff, they've all been rocking this, and they make them, it makes me feel kind of edgy now when I wear them. So I'll show you what they look like on. They're probably a little too wide for my face, but we rock it anyway. I feel cool. Like when I'm driving, I'm like this. These are down here. I've got my music going and I just feel, you know. How funny is that actually? Like, do you ever drive with your sunnies, or is it just me and my sister that do it? You're driving, you've got the best music on, it's super loud, you've got your sunglasses on, and you just feel cool. And I'm in like a little old Mazda 3 driving around, and people would look at me and just think nothing, wouldn't even notice me, and I feel like the coolest person around. So that's me. It's hilarious at how cool I think I am. I just guarantee that if you're having a bad day, hop into your car, put some sunglasses on, preferably bring them down a little, down the bridge of your nose. It automatically makes you feel a little bit cooler, and like you don't give a, you know, I don't want to swear on this channel, but you know, you don't care, and get the music really loud and just drive, and I guarantee you'll feel really cool, you'll feel really good, you'll have a bit of confidence boost, and you get out and you're a bit like, what were you gonna say to me? I'm just talking crap now, but anyway, they're my new sunglasses. I got them off Depop for $170. Guys, it's a bargain, I know. I don't know how I come across them. It's because I don't look for something that day. I'm looking at everything all the time. And then something pops up and I grab it. I don't think, oh, I've got to wait till payday. It's like stuff payday, transferring straight out of my savings account, let's go. So that's why it's good to know what you want. So then when it does pop up, you get it, you don't think about it, and you know that you won't regret it. That's what I've done, and it works out, works a treat. So anyway, that is my current designer collection. So anyway guys, I'm just gonna, it's so funny when I film other videos, like before I did like a bit of a hair video, trying out a new Remington blow dryer thing, and I'm very like monotone and like, now I'm going to try. The moment I bring out the designer items, I'm like, all right guys, and I'm really enthusiastic because I love it. So I think right now I've just had an epiphany that if I want to feel really inspired to film videos, I need to film more designer and fashion style videos, and maybe I need to buy more things. Anyway guys, oh, I just remembered I haven't featured Remy in this yet. If anyone watching this knows dogs, do they have 2 sets of eyelids? Because Remy was just asleep and I swear her eyelid comes up and then like a second one peels away. It's kind of, it's like a lizard. Do lizards, or is it snake? Or is it a frog? I don't know. Anyway, here's Remy. She's sleepy. Anyway guys, Remy and I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you in my next one. See you guys.